In those days, poets fared worse than painters. He appreciated Picasso's works, sensing profound emotions, a deep reflection on existence's beauty. Picasso said, "No one will like these," but he deemed them masterpieces. Despite being broke, he still treated Picasso to a nice meal. At the dinner table, the poet stated, "I am aware of what love truly is. That particular kind of love would play a major role in your heart, but Picasso was struggling to pay rent." They hit it off, and Picasso decided to move in so they could create together. At night, the poet recited his poetry, "If those I love hurt on my wounds, that would be real pain. If those wounds were in the summer fields, that would be a painful picnic. What would seek summer and my love, if not that old, worn-out pain? Because my love and summer can't find joy anymore. Oh, by the way, let me introduce you. This is Max Jacob, the master of modernist poetry." Picasso thought his poetry was simply beautiful, so inspired that he found Germaine and told her not to blame herself for Carl's death. He returned to the studio filled with memories of Carl's, picked up his easel, and decided to paint the love story of Carl's and Germaine. He thought he would never return to Paris. After finishing this life and death work, Picasso felt drawn back and reignited his passion, returning to Paris. He met Fernande, a noble girl beaten by her husband and living on the streets, struggling to survive. She became a model and girlfriend to a sculptor. Jacob, an old friend, heard Picasso returned and sought her out just as neighbors arrived. Picasso stared deeply into Fernande's eyes, and Jacob instantly understood, whisking her away to a bar for some fun. They befriended Apollinaire, and after several drinks, went to a street show. Everyone mistook the clown for an artist. He was just a worker. Picasso seemed to understand. He painted all he saw, but these impressionist works alone couldn't move the exhibition audience. To dazzle everyone, he had to break all conventions. Despite racking his brains, he found no inspiration until spotting a stray cat outside his window. Kind-hearted Picasso rescued a cat in rain, met Fernande by chance, and invited her for tea after their first talk. Fernande gazed at the cat, thinking, "A kind person isn't likely bad," then went to Picasso's, finding it in disarray. She asked him if he ever cleaned, and Picasso explained, "If I dust, it settles on my paintings and ruins them." Fernande thought Picasso was different from other artists. He wasn't just in it for money, he really loved art. Subtitles. She picked up one of the paintings in which the woman appeared downcast, as if she were trying to escape from the man. This struck a chord with Fernande, who was living off others, as Picasso painted her heart's voice. One thing led to another, and they found themselves lying down together. When Fernande awoke, she saw Picasso was painting her and realized she had lost out, giving her body and modeling for him for free. She left angrily, yet Picasso truly loved her. That day, the sculptor pressured her again. Almost on the verge of getting physical, Picasso rushed out to stop everything, saying, "I'll always be here to offer help if you need me." But Fernande coldly rejected her. Emotional amnesia drove her to destroy her paintings angrily. She couldn't resist confessing to Picasso, only to fail again. Fernande realistically said, "I'll sell 3 paintings for 700 francs to prove him no poor artist." Boss offered only 500 francs, so Picasso left. Then, recalling he hadn't charmed the girl, he returned. She compromised, buying flowers and candles, stealing Fernande's clothes, and with a friend's help, cleaned the studio. Subtitle. He specifically prepared a uniquely romantic sanctuary with flowers, candles, and clothing to welcome Fernande, and she was deeply moved. So they talked some more and found themselves lying down again, and by early morning the next day he picked up Fernande. They began a flirty life together, thus kicking off. Who could have imagined this 1905 artwork, sold for 150 francs, would sell for $732 million in 2018? The wealthy even commented this on the flower-holding girl. Luckily, my brother had foresight, buying it for 150 francs and 2 more Picasso paintings, showing keen interest in the young artist. He found Picasso in a rented place, invited him to his exhibition, and met Renaud Matisse there. The first time he met Matisse was because of that rather ordinary painting with a flat perspective, yellow clouds, and purple skin. Nothing made sense. But to him, that piece was beautiful and vibrant. He thought Matisse was quite visionary. He realized he had never painted anything so revolutionary. He needed a new way to view things, yet Jacob saw no uniqueness. Picasso said Matisse showed them a deeper truth, not just the surface. Matisse twisted all the rules, while Picasso aimed to smash them all, leading him to create the family of saltimbanques. The caption, "This work themed on clowns," left everyone utterly stunned. The woman in the hat was boldly colored, a style that was completely unbounded. Subtitles, her neck is painted in a bluish-gray color, almost resembling a face that's been smudged with green, yellow, and pink hues. Staring at this revolutionary piece, he decided to pull his own works down, thinking they just didn't measure up. At the gathering, he faced humiliation once again over the girl holding the basket of flowers. He stormed out in anger, but Fernand urged him, leading him to decide to paint a portrait of that woman. After a year, he finally finished. The woman hung Picasso's and Matisse's portraits of her side by side, with the aim of pushing them both to improve. However, the portraits were quickly met with doubt from Matisse, who thought Picasso was copying. Furious, Picasso rented a new studio, locked himself in, and embarked on a new creative journey. And before we wrap up, make sure to subscribe to my channel for more captivating stories about Picasso.